Hi guys and welcome back. In this video we're going to be looking at Faithful by Pearl Jam. But this bad boy took some doing. I'm going to show you all of the parts of this. I'm going to show you Mike's parts and Stone's parts. I'm also going to chuck in some little extra bits that Mike plays. We does them live but also in the PJ20 bit and also on the single video theory version that he does. Oh, one other thing, I'll also run through Mike's parts briefly in standard tuning. Mike's parts are in a weird tuning, so if you can't be bothered to do that, it's a hassle, I know, then I'll try and show you that in standard tuning. But if you want to get it bang on, here's how we're going to do it. Let's crack on. Okay, quick run through the tuning. Mike actually is playing in some like a hybrid G open tuning, but it's not open G. I had a little look online and a few people were saying I said open G, it's this and that, and I couldn't get that to work. And I watched the PJ20 video where he's talking about how he wrote this tune and how Stone helped him out with it, and you can really see clearly what his hands are doing in that. But with that tuning I just couldn't make it work. Okay, so here's Mike's tuning. The E string is going to go down to the D. The A string goes down to a G. The D and the G stay the same. Then the B string goes down to a G. So it's going to be two G strings next to each other. Now, if you're going to be, the open E goes down to D as well. But if you're going to be playing this in open G, the B string stays as B. And I couldn't get that to work. So, when you play the chords, that sounds fine for the first chord if you're playing in open G. But when you move it, it sounds pretty weird. So, I couldn't get that to work. The other reason I don't think it's B is when he plays the which you see him do on PJ20, he has definitely got his fingers on the same fret. So the A string is the root, or the G string now, and then the this bad boy is also the B. What is it with bin men and lorries in my street? It's like 9:30 at night. I wish they'd just leave the rubbish to pile up, to be honest. Thank you. Right, bin men have gone. Let's crack on. Okay, so that's the tuning that I think it is. D, G, D, G, G, D. So, first riff. Okay, pretty straightforward, lovely little riff. Okay, so quickly, the chords for the intro section, or the verse section, are this. Okay, but on the album he also puts in the... So you're going to put your little finger on the top E on the 9th fret and go between the 7th fret and the 9th fret. Okay, so... And with the rhythm, slowly... Okay, now the part that he plays in PJ20 has a little fill where he plays this. Okay, pretty cool. Thought we'd put that in there. So that slowly is basically when you're at the third position, you basically have your first finger on the G string as part of the chord, and you stay on that to do this hammer on and pull off, and then another pull off to the open string. So okay, so it goes like this. Okay, so that last chord goes. Okay, might take a bit of practice to get that fluidly, but it's worth it. Okay, so that's that PJ 20 bit. Then you're into the kind of pre-chorus bit. So you're going to go to a bit of a distorted tone for the third chord. So it's okay, like that. And you can play these. Doesn't really. You can be quite loose with these. Doesn't matter if you get the low E in as well, or D as it is now. But you kind of want to aim for the second and third strings, really. Maybe the fourth string as well. But so it starts off with a bend, which is on the 5th fret on the 2nd string. But you want to kind of let that ring out, that last chord. So on the single video theory, he does do this fill, which goes like this. Okay, it's quite quick. So that slowly is 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's basically some 3 triplets. 5th, 3rd fret and open string. From the G string to the D string to the A string. So a little rundown. Something like that anyway. And then you're going to do that off the back of it. So okay, so then you're into this next part, which is basically the chorus, and Mike plays quite a simple voicing here, I think, and again this is what I've gleaned from watching lots of videos and stuff, and I think this is right. So you're going to play this chord, and you can play as much of it as you want. It's great fun if you're on an acoustic. It sounds a bit heavy if you're going to be playing all of the notes on a electric, but up to you. Okay, so that's all you're playing, and it's basically like a G sus fourth to a G. G sus fourth. Okay, goes like this. Okay, so he plays that around a few times. That slowly is really quite simple. It's 2, 3, 4. So it starts before the first beat. A lot of these riffs do actually, but you'll see that from the tab. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to play basically octaves with some open strings, starting on the 8th fret, down to the 5th, then the 7th to the 4th. Okay, and then the next part, I think there's a bar of 2/4 because it does come in at a sort of weird time. So part of this last riff is cut off, so it goes. Okay, and then you're into. Okay, the next part of this riff goes. Okay, so that in full he plays. And then I think he goes into. That goes back round again, and then back into the chorus. Yeah, I think coming out of that actually he just plays. And then you're back into. And that's it. That's Mike's parts. So, I think that's Mike's parts. Hope I haven't missed anything out. Oh, I will kick myself if I have. Now, the interplay on this is one of my favourites, especially when you take into consideration the chord voicings and the tuning that Mike uses, plus some of the just the harmonic choices that that Stone makes over what are fairly simple chord progressions. It's just incredible. So we're going to have a listen to both together. So we'll do Mike's parts and Stone's parts for the pre-chorus, and then we'll also cover the chorus off as well. So pre-chorus first. Pretty awesome, n'est-ce pas? Oui, c'est vrai. Let's have a listen. My French is awful. Sorry if you're French, by the way. That was pretty bad. The next bit we're going to have a listen through is the chorus section. So check this out. Okay, so Stone's parts. It's got the trusty Les Paul out. I think anything with humbuckers is fine. Same with Mike. And yeah, he's just on the bridge pickup. So let's have a little rock through this. So Stone doesn't come in until about a minute into the song, and then he gradually builds up with this. Okay, so that's just a G basically. Just build that up, and then you go into this kind of double stop, which he plays with a little bend. Okay, so I use my third and my fourth finger on the 5th fret to get that bend. You're just bending the strings away from you. Okay, and then I use my first finger for the 3rd fret, and then the third double stop is just those 2 open notes, part of the G chord. And then you put it back on, and take it off again. Pretty straightforward. Then, for Stone's part in the chorus, you're going to play this. Okay, so there's that sus4th, and there's a slide up, so your finger stays on the same string, and you're going to play the 12th fret on the G string. So. This next part is some of my favourite rhythm playing of Stone's. The chord voicing is just awesome. And he plays it up here because I've seen him do that live. I think this is about right. But he plays this just awesomely melodic part, which goes like this. And then back into... again, and this time it does a fill. So it's so let me play that whole bit through because it's worth it. Okay, and then the second time around he goes. Okay, the third time round he goes to the 15th fret rather than the 12th, like this. But then, again, even improves on it. He holds on the first sort of phrase. With a little rundown. Anyway, if you're playing that arpeggio, you're in the right ballpark. You can't really go wrong there. Okay, then coming out of that, in sync with Mike, he goes to this. Okay, so the easiest way to go into this bit is to play, coming out of the chorus, okay, so that would be. Okay, and then you're into this bit. Slight bend. And then that's just like a little power chord where you're moving your little pinky to your middle finger. Just playing those 3 strings there. Okay, second part is that really quick bend on the 7th fret. I'm on the D string there with that. And then you play the chord, which is a, what is that, D sharp, and the second chord is an F. Second time around there's a fill that goes like this. So that is a full bend on the 6th fret on the B string, and then you're going to play a little bend on the 5th fret on the G string. Slow bend, I think. Yeah, it's a full slow bend. But then you rather than releasing down to the 5th fret, you're going to release down to the 4th fret, which is part of the G chord. So like this. Lovely little lick. After that, you're going to play another. Background that. I think 4 times, and then into. Again, same all the way around. A little note on that. So he's playing just the A and the D strings there. You'll see in the tab. It's awesomely melodic. So there's a very cool riff at the end as well. Mike's just playing the G chord, and then Stone plays. Okay, and quickly, Mike's parts in standard tuning, you can play like this. So that's the chord shape. Okay, straightforward enough. You'll see it in the tab, but it's basically the open D string. My second finger is on the 2nd fret. First finger's on the 1st fret on the B, and my little pinky is on the 3rd fret on the E. And you just move it up 3 frets and down 1. And then you can probably do Stone's parts. And then for the chorus you can play. Stone's parts. And I think, yeah, basically just play Stone's parts for the rest of it. I think you can't really nail much of Mike's parts. That's very similar. Yeah, and I think you're done. So that's it from me. Another lesson done. I hope you enjoyed that one. That was good fun, and I really love those parts. So I hope you could hear what was going on between the 2 guitar parts. That's it. Until next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye bye.